or haven't really played it that much, I should say. But I noticed that a lot of people like to scout the enemy base, and very cool use. So now that sztefenfu knows that he's got a motor pull, he can sort of expect what's going to happen. But really, sztefenfu does not really know what doctrine or abilities Love will have. So everything is really open right now. Love hasn't actually used any of his abilities. So yeah, just not revealing his commander right now. And so right now we have Love just very strong control of the right hand side. sztefenfu very strong control of the left hand side. But it seems like sztefenfu is playing quite a passive game, very defensive. Now I know that he's using defensive doctrine, but I didn't think he would use it as a literal sense. Because I mean, he's not even trying to push on the right hand side that much. He's not being so aggressive. But fair enough. I mean, if you're gonna play defensively like that, and you know, I suppose why not. But then again, I mean, look at the victory points right now. We have Love with both victory points on the right hand side, sztefenfu with the victory point on the left hand side. But sztefenfu, I would say that he's got solid control right now. I don't know why he doesn't try to even push on the right hand side. Quite interesting way to play. So now we have Love just bringing up his AT guns. And also a half track, so that is quite surprising. I'm guessing this half track would be good for reinforcing. He's also bringing some engineers in there, and that's pretty cool because, you know, these half tracks obviously go a lot faster than men running on foot, so why not just put him in the half track and transport them faster. So pretty cool. And just right now we have sztefenfu putting down a little bit of mines, but obviously Love is going to be seeing that and be thinking, oh no, I do not like that mine right there. So oh, what is this? Love, is he going in his base? He is going to be one sneaky little bugger. He's going to be actually putting these flamethrowers, I imagine, inside the base. Oh, so he is. This is looking very bad for Siepaka right now, sztefenfu. But I don't think he actually realized, Love actually didn't realize that, yes, Siepaka went for defensive. Defensive means he has all these guys on top of his buildings, so those turrets providing a lot of hassling power and stopping that base attack. Now he actually did manage to get down a demolition charge on this MG, so pretty cool. We see a little bit of base attacking right now, so it seems like Love is actually thinking, okay, maybe I'll go for a base kill. So looking very good. I mean, he's doing a lot of damage to this Wehrmacht quarters right now. If sztefenfu actually loses that, it's not a huge loss because he has grenadiers already. But then again, I mean, he doesn't have a Krieg barracks, so he can't get more grenadiers unless they come from that medic bunker. But it looks like the Wehrmacht quarters will definitely be going down. It looks like that Siepaka, sztefenfu, is going to be quite reluctant of even making an attack because there's AT gun. Those Pumas cannot get in. There's also riflemen, most likely with stickies, so looking quite bad actually. So sztefenfu very much being pushed in on his base right now. These lone grenadiers trying to defend their home at veteran C2 as well, getting sniped by the AT gun. Now this is bad. I mean, this from this range they're absolutely getting sniped. And this is what I thought sztefenfu would be doing. He'd be waiting for more and more barrages. This barrage is definitely what he needs. The flame damage being very, very, very painful for these AT guns. And as soon as that AT gun went down, the Pumas went moving in. But the very good use of that, this half track right here, allowing these riflemen to just reinforce, recapture that AT gun and reinforce. So I like this combination of guys. Whenever you're going to be attacking, always make sure you have a combination and expect the worst. I mean, if they're going to have tanks or something, or Pumas, definitely have some sort of AT. If they're going to have infantry, make sure you have some infantry backing up. And if you want to get like a half track as well to reinforce, then so be it. I mean, it helps definitely. But this AT gun in a very bad position right now. I mean, it's dead all the way near sztefenfu's base, so he could easily just grab it, and it looks like he actually will, trying to deny Love from actually taking that whatsoever. And I believe he's going to be taking it. Well, he should anyway. And here we go. Yep, taking it. So denying Love of actually getting that AT gun. So very cool. Now the axes are down to 300 points. So as I said, Love has control of these 2 points on the right hand side, and sztefenfu has control of the one left hand side. Now this is a very good sign, very good opportunity for sztefenfu to actually move in on the right hand side. He still has very strong control of the left hand side, but I mean, this is such a great chance. I mean, since he has the men, a little attack force on the right hand side, he should definitely try to move in, especially since Love does not have that much. Now Puma really needs to move back, because he should really be be afraid of these riflemen with the stickies, but it looks like they were trying to actually go for the Nerble Warfare there, but unfortunately getting suppressed by the MG. And sztefenfu can actually move back out because he has the opportunity. There's actually nothing here whatsoever. All we have is not even a few mines, just one mine. It looks like most of these mines are blowing up, but here we go. We have Love with his first M10. Can sztefenfu counter this? Now these Pumas going to be in such big trouble against this M10. These Panzerschrecks will definitely do a lot of damage to the M10s, but I believe the M10 is just going to try to be sneaky and evade those Panzerschrecks. Just try to take out as many Pumas as he can. And now Puma very badly damaged, most likely going to be going down. And yes, it does go down. Here we go, a strafing run, taking out an entire Volksgrenadier squad in one strafe. Very nice. Now this is exactly what Love needed. He needed a bit of a rush, bringing out a strafing run before sztefenfu could even realize what Love had at all, just taking out that Volksgrenadier squad. So now sztefenfu definitely knows what Love is using. He is using Airborne. So this infantry strategy that he is using is very much so in trouble, because these strafing runs, as you guys saw, they're totally decimating that one Volksgrenadier squad. Now M10 desperately needs to get away. Some Panzerschrecks trying to desperately try to take some shots on this M10, but unfortunately not being able to do so. Also these little pioneers trying to take out the M10 as well, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to. No, it doesn't look like it, but this M10, I'm not exactly sure what's happening here. These pioneers very slow to react. I'm not exactly sure what they're on, but they probably could use a bit of coffee. Not reacting whatsoever to this M10 passing their path. So right now this M10 just driving about, most likely take some shots from these Panzerschrecks, unfortunately missing. And basically just doing the job of what a Puma would do, just driving around, being very annoying, being very evasive. And here we go, a huge army of riflemen. This is looking quite bad for sztefenfu. I mean, these riflemen providing a lot of anti-infantry capabilities, definitely could recapture his left-hand side. I don't like how he's keeping them all stationary. I mean, he should definitely have heard that Nerble Warfare coming. Oh my gosh, I mean, if he had those riflemen there and just separated them, kept them moving, this would have definitely looked so bad for sztefenfu. Lucky for sztefenfu that they were all blobbed up like that and that Nerble Warfare came down, or else that would have looked a lot worse than what happened there. So right now, very casual game right now. It's not as aggressive as I was hoping, as I said previously earlier. Wish it was a bit more aggressive. But fair enough, I guess these players are just having a casual game, obviously not at competitive levels. And so right now we just have Love getting to a supply drop, a little bit of fuel, a little bit of ammunition. So as you guys can see, supply drops 100 manpower, pretty cool when you get all that ammunition and fuel basically for free, considering 100 manpower is not that much. Also free mortar with that, so pretty cool. Now we have a Sherman coming out for with Love. So just going to be providing a lot of hassling power. So those M10s and that Sherman with the riflemen, it's going to be very nasty for sztefenfu. But sztefenfu looks quite passive on his, or quite stationary on his upgrade or his progression through the stages. I mean, he hasn't even gone for a tank depot yet or anything. I mean, he doesn't really have anything to counter all this stuff. These Pumas very desperately in danger. But luckily, one M10 being taken out, Puma being taken out. So all right now that I would say sztefenfu is relying on is just this one medic bunker. As soon as this goes down, he has no access to more grenadiers, and that's what I would say that Love should actually make as his prime target. So whenever you're playing a competitive game or any game in general, always have some sort of goal in mind, or always have some sort of target, anything that you want to try to accomplish. So I would definitely recommend that this medic bunker should be the first thing that should be going down, because as soon as it's gone, no more grenadiers coming out. Provide a lot of it'd be a very bad situation for sztefenfu to be in. So right now, so much anti-infantry capability on the field, putting sztefenfu in a very bad position. Could easily take this point and then totally cut off sztefenfu. That would be very good. But right now, sztefenfu, just so much pressure on him. I mean, he's lost so much tanks, he's lost so much guys. But right now, very stationary. Don't like how that Sherman was taken out there. But it looks like that half track is just moving back, and just more Pumas. So being quite stubborn. Looks like sztefenfu is just going for Pumas all the way, Grenadiers, and veterancy. So basically just getting veterancy for everything, and you know, fair enough, but I don't know if it's exactly what you want to be going for in the long run. I mean, you should probably go for something more stronger, like more tanks, or just focusing on veterancy for one thing entirely. But sztefenfu in a very desperate situation right now. These Nurbles looks like it's gonna be taken out, and yes, it is taken out. More strafing run coming down. This Pioneer squad just barely missing that strafe, and just these riflemen retreating back home. Another M10 coming in, providing a lot of hassling power. So as you guys can see, this is just the epicenter, the center of everything, all the action. This one medic bunker. As soon as it goes down, I would just love to see this be destroyed. And this might very well become possible with all these tanks on the field. Could it be possible? You know, even a bombing run, just trying to take this out, would be so good. But the Sherman, very much so in danger from these Panzerschrecks. I mean, these tanks could easily take 1 or 2 shots, but as soon as you've taken about 2 or 3 shots, you know, you really got to get out of there, because as you guys can see, that was 2 shots, I believe, and the Sherman is less than half health. So very dangerous position right now. And what is this? It is a bombing run. Here we go, guys. That is what I was talking about. Taking out loads of guys right now. It looks like no medics on the field at all. So very cool. Now here we go. We have a flak coming down. Being a bit sneaky by building it at the back, because sztefenfu obviously does not have much anti-tank right now. So building this flak, just trying to be a bit sneaky about it as well. Just to take out all these tanks would be such a great thing to do. And here we go. The first shot's ringing out. Now that medic bunker finally going down. At least no more Grenadiers being produced until another one is built. But Love just realizing that there is a flak on the field and just needs to get out of there. Now, boom! For one Sherman down. It looks as M10 might go down. Yes, it has gone down. As you guys might know, the flaks have very insane range on them, so easily taking that M10 out. So huge losses for sztefenfu, but even bigger losses for Love, losing both of those tanks. Love really needs to move out with these guys, and sztefenfu really needs to cap the right hand side. I really don't like how he's just being so passive about this, the right hand side of the field. I mean, he could easily have been capping that. And putting down another medic bunker. Now, I'm actually going to speed up the game a bit, just so we can get through all of this a bit quicker, because, you know, I have a feeling that this is going to be a bit of a stationary gameplay and, you know, just a bit of a slow progression. I wish this game was a bit more aggressive, but, you know, that's what you get for just picking a random game.
The Germans are taking one of our points.
And, you know,